here, Jay Contra, and I'm at the Surugaya specialty store in Aru Aru City in Kokura Kitakyushu, and I hope you can hear me over the sound of the nearby arcade. And I hope I'm also not talking too loud there. I'm still getting used to the microphone on this thing. We're at the showcase that is just outside of the shop. We'll start here. This might go for a while. I might end up splicing this into multiple videos just because this Surugaya has a lot of stuff. And hopefully, it might be hard to see past the glass, but here we've got some even rare, I can't believe I'm seeing over $100 PS2 games. And oh my god, I might not be able to see it, but there's a Portrait of Ruin for the DS. It's going for 10,500 yen. That's like, it's got to be about $100 now when you include the tax. There's also Order of Ecclesia. That's going for 95. God, the Castlevania games. It's a shame that I discovered Castlevania so late because I love the series, but they are so expensive. There's DS games that actually, there's these weird DS games that every once in a while get very expensive. We got Rune Factory for 70. We got Metal Max. For some reason, Metal Max is really expensive in Japan. Looking at the PS2 games, though, it tends to be shooting games and this strategy, World War II strategy game, like simulation game that I don't quite get. And moving over there, Xbox 360 shooters. That's actually what I'll be looking for inside. But here we've got a Doronpachi Sai Dojo. That's 7,200 yen. That's like 70 bucks. And then Raiden Fighters Aces. The Raiden series on the Xbox is really expensive, and that has like a scratch on the disc, and so it's actually cheaper than you normally expect. And then whenever I see Battle Garega's there for 120 bucks, that's $80 less than I paid for the same paid a couple years ago. What else have we got? Oh, and then I hate to see it, but so a problem with something like Surugaya is you can see that 8-bit music power over there on the right, that's getting bleached by the fluorescent lights. At least a place like I discovered recently that Mandarake will actually wrap its showcase items in UV protecting plastic baggies or whatever, but they don't do that at certain stores, and so this stuff, it's not going to move. Like, who's going to buy Moduo for $600? That's not going to move. That's going to stay there for years, and it's just going to fade and fade and fade. Like, look at that copy of Hagane. That's actually in pretty good shape, and 1,800 or 18,000 yen. That's $150, $160, depending on the day. That's not a bad price, but it's just going to sit there and fade. Same goes for all those Super Nintendo games. Oh my god, Contra Hardcore for $500. Vampire Killer, that's actually for 600 bucks. If I could just get a frickin' raise, I would buy Vampire Killer, no problem. You may know as Castlevania Bloodlines. I still can't believe that. You can see behind all of these Genesis games, you got Bare Knuckle 3, or Streets of Rage 3, is what the English version. And then behind all of this, we've got the Bayonetta 2-pack that they released for the Switch in Japan that has physical copies of Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. I can't believe it's $200 now. That's a weird... I think it originally came out for $100. I bought it just because I love Bayonetta. So I bought it for the Switch at retail and ended up somehow doubling my money. Although, of course, I would never sell it because I love Bayonetta. Oh, that's right. I'm looking for Sengoku Ace. I'm looking for that, but it's 130 bucks for the PS2 port, not even the original. The original goes for about 100, I want to say. Oh god, I've seen some of these Neo Geo CDs. They're just staying here because who's going to pay for? No, wait, that's the Sanyo 3DO. That's pretty rare. Got a Dual RX for 600 bucks. No way. That's even worse than Tokyo prices. Are you kidding me? 370 for a Dual R? Like, dual prices. This is higher than usual. Dual prices pretty much flatlined over the last 5 years. So I'm surprised to see them so expensive. And then, of course, that Dual RX is just going to get it's just gonna fade because of the lights. And here's our rare Famicom Game Boy Advance games. Same as for the DS. Those Castlevania games for the Game Boy Advance have gone so expensive. I need to get 2 of them, including whatever the last one was. I can't remember what it is in English, but it's going for $120 for the greatest hits version. $120 for that stuff. Like, are you kidding me? How am I supposed to afford Castlevania? I don't make that much money. Yeah, to be honest, it's a show. It's interesting because it's got a lot of stuff, but I think some of the prices on this are a bit more expensive than I would like. I don't know. There's some Neo Geo CD games up on the top. You might not be able to see them. I'm sorry, I can't see what you're seeing right now. But I'll just tell you, there's there's Rondo of Blood for $120. It's not bad. I've definitely seen it more pricey elsewhere. There's also Zero Gunner 2 that's going for $98. And then, yes, a lot of rando. Oh, yeah, and then Final Fight Revenge for the Saturn is a $200 game. And I have played it through various means, and it is definitely not a $200 game, if I'm going to be honest. So I think that's all we can do for the showcase right now. What I think we'll do is we'll head into the shop itself. There used to be a lot more video games here, but I think a lot of the video games have been sucked up and replaced by CDs. So we might skip the cartridges depending on how much time we have, and we'll just go straight to the box stuff. I was just in Book Off looking at cartridges, so why don't we look at boxes? Outrunners for 50. Outrun for 20. World of Illusion, no manual for 13. Sumo game. What else do we have? Let's see. What's something? E-SWAT. Do I have E-SWAT? I don't think so. Alex Kidd. Oh, yeah. I actually just didn't... I think I very much featured this one in one of my videos. This is the first Sega Genesis game released in the Heisei era. I think it was this Alex Kidd in particular. Got Echo the Dolphin. Alien Storm. Is that a shooter? Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. If only I had $40 extra. Oh, and Quackshot. Yeah. Urugia no... I don't know what Secret Treasure is. What? Warlock? What is this doing here? Regular Genesis game. Look, it's just been bleached. So that's... Oh, there's a ton. We got a ton of Genesis games here, folks. I've never really been able to talk about Genesis games because I can't afford $70 for Moonwalker. No way, no way. Got Wonder Boy. And yeah, we haven't, let's just do a lazy stroll through the Genesis games because I don't know much about the Genesis, and maybe we can learn something together. Toe Jam and Earl. How much is Toe Jam and Earl? $20? That's pretty cool. Cheeky boys. I've got weird memories of this because of an ex-girlfriend. Oh, wait, are these two different prices? Yes, they are, and I could not tell you why. Yeah, I don't know why these are two different prices. Although, no, wait, they've got two different... Are these two different versions? Oh, no, wait, oh, okay. See, this has some damage to the manual. That's why it's $7 less. For some reason, they have two different release dates, and I don't know why. Maybe they're just two different versions? Can't believe this. Streets of Rage. I love Streets of Rage, but it's not a $60 game. Are you freaking kidding me? You are killing me, and I can't believe you are kidding me. Let's see what we got here. Super Masters. Basketball. F1 Circus. Oh, Gunstore Heroes for $50. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yes, we've got Game Ground. Some of these I have Chameleon Kid. That looks interesting. What's worth $25? Golden Axe, $20. Well, 25 really. Look at that art. Biggest heavyweights. Mahjong. Blade. So what is this? Hold on, is this a shooter? It's a toll plan game. See, something that really hurts me with PC Engine and some Mega Drive games, they don't have screenshots on the back. But Total Plan is known for its shooters. That might be worth picking up. Just want New Zealand story. Super Shinobi. Oh wow, and then here's zeroing $50. That's a bit steep. Well, you may know zeroing from All Your Base. Here you can get the original. It'll be in Japanese though. Space Harrier 2. Oh, that looks fun. Zoom, Monaco GP, Super Haidoraido. Alright. We got Altered Beast, Landstalker, Shining Force 2, Super Shinobi 2, $80. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the other thing I should say is that if you're not aware, Mega Drive games in Japan, the price on some of these things is out of control. So it's Minos. I think they remade that for the PS4. That'd be a cool pickup. How much is that? $20? I think... no, these prices do not include tax. Steel Talons. Star Cruiser. Looks like it's trying to do something 3D there. Oh, and Street Fighter 2, the new challengers, $30. Wow, there's so much for the Genesis. I just don't even know where I would start. Super Thunderblade, Super Airwolf. That would go. Super Airwolf looks pretty dope. Chokai Shingeki. That looks actually really cool. And I would get it if I had the budget for it. But my budget is pretty strapped recently. Samurai Spirits. So these originally came out for the Neo Geo, right? Am I wrong? And then somehow they got it to work for the Sega Genesis. And then here we get Knuckles, $80. That's actually not a bad price. I think I've seen this go for $100 in some places, and it's got the box and everything. That weird non-clamshell box. And this would actually be a good place to buy some Sonic the Hedgehog games, just because in Tokyo they can go for ridiculous prices because they know that tourists will pay for them, just, because they don't know what the price on some of these things is supposed to be. Thunder Force 2, and you got a lot of copies of these, but $30, it's not bad. It's maybe $10 more than it should be. But for a good game, I think it'd be worth it. What this is. How much are they going to charge for Tatsujin? $30. I remember buying Tatsujin. I think I bought it for like $40 a couple years ago. For some reason, it just hasn't moved. Not that I, want to invest in it or anything. Fidios. It's a fun game. Nice, cool. I like the. I guess what would you call it? It's more like a fantasy shooter. Like I think you're on like a Pegasus or something. I don't know. It's all Surenas. Sports games. Pat Labor. What became Macross? I know there was like a couple series that ended up just being called Macross in America. Heroes, Street Fighter 2 Plus. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, it's a Mahjong game. Never mind. I should have known from all those Mahjong tiles in the back. Wow, lots of copies of Furiosu. We got Puyo Puyo. How much is... Yeah, why is Bare Knuckle 2 $30 and Bare Knuckle 1 is $60? I guess it's because people go straight for Bare Knuckle. Whereas Bare Knuckle 2, I mean, it's less common. It's still fun, I guess. I don't know what I'd say is the best. I think we already looked at these. Yeah, I remember that. I remember Moonwalker. What's down here? Oh, we even got some Mark III games. Rainbow Islands. It's like Mark of the Wolf. I always forget what the name of this is in English. Wrestle Bowl. And Langrisser 2. Wow. Oh, that looks interesting actually. Is this like it's like a strategy game? I've heard the name Langrisser before, but just never played it. I know we got some big box Neo Geo games. These are the cheap, you could say, Neo Geo games. King of Fighters 95 for $70. Samurai Spirits, there we go. The big cartridge version, and then King of Fighters 2 97 for $96. And we got the Super Spy. And King of Fighters 94 for $45. So let's just ditch Nintendo this video. Let's just dive into PC Engine. I know on my last Q&A video, a lot of people were asking for PC Engine stuff. So here we go. We're looking at some hook cards. Eternal City. See, again, if you don't, how am I supposed to know what's in the game if there's no screenshots? R-Type 2, though. I mean, the case is messed up, but it's just like, a regular CD case. R-Type 1, played that a lot. It's one of the few PC Engine games that I've actually played. Bloody Wolf. Oh, that sounds cool. That's $60, Jesus. If you look at all this just beautiful artwork, that is just, I don't even know what it's trying to sell me because I don't know what any of these games are. Master, a couple copies of those, $50. Is this a well-known game? You gotta tell me. Please let me know if I'm passing up some deals here, folks, because I just don't know anything about the PC Engine. Really, with a lot of this stuff, I've just got to go by how cool the artwork looks. I'm gonna be honest. See, and I like how they have this whole top shelf, this upper level of shelves, is all of the hoop cards, and then down below we'll go to the CD games. Operation Wolf. I think that's a shooter, right? I read about that. The Kung Fu. 87. Wow. So okay. What's cool about this, and what I don't usually see at other stores, is they put the release date. What they'll do is they'll put the price of the item when it was released. So like this, the Kung Fu was 4,500 yen when it came out on November 21st, 1987. That's what Japan does for the years. They do year, month, and then day when they write the date for things. Galaga 88. Space Invaders, Ordine. There's a lot of cheap games. Well, I mean, I guess relatively cheap, you could say, for the PC Engine. I just kind of always didn't really collect for the PC Engine because you see Splatterhouse for $60 and you're like, man, can I really afford this system? Oh, uh-oh, almost dropped one, but I caught it. Please don't yell at me in the comments. Same Goku Mahjong. Street Fighter 2 Championship for 15. Zero Champ for 20. Nekorosu no Yosai, $30. Champion Wrestler. Now, interestingly enough, all of these games are in plastic bags. I wonder if this is UV cutting plastic. I would really appreciate it if they did that, and wish they would do that for the showcase. I can't believe they would do that for their, quote-unquote lesser priced items, but they wouldn't do that for the showcase stuff. Twin B, that would be a fun pickup for the PC Engine. Maybe once I'm done with the GameCube, I'll go into the PC Engine. Maybe by then, some of the prices will have gone down. Dragon Spirit. Am I going too fast? Maybe I'll slow down just a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to. This is supposed to be a long video. It's supposed to be Nectaris. It's supposed to be just lazing around the store here. Newtopia. Soccer, Ryukun Soccer. Another copy of Bloody Wolf. Was this more expensive than the other one? That's another pro tip for when you're looking at Japanese games. Look at multiple copies in the same store because sometimes they will have different prices. For reasons I'm not entirely sure. Sometimes it will be different prices because of condition, but a lot of the times it's because the price increased since they got in their last copy. And so they'll have a higher price on the new copy without having sold the previous copy. Puzznik? Puzzle Boy. So there is a method to this madness. I'm just going to skip a bunch because there's like a whole bunch of copies of Power League. So that's $6. A lot of these... Oh, there's Bonk's Adventure 2. $39. Although once again, please, I'm just going to say the rough equivalent in US dollars because these prices don't include the sales tax. And while a lot of you will probably be coming to Japan and buying these duty-free or buying these tax-free if you have your passport, I think right now the sales tax is 6%, I think, or it's like 8%, but then I think in a few months they're actually going to raise the sales tax. And of course, they raised it a couple years ago. Only when I just got to Japan had they raised the sales tax, thus making my life 2% more expensive. And now they're just going to even make it 2% more expensive. P47. I think that's a shooting game. I'd love to play that. Fantasy Zone. That's a game I want to play. Okay, we're almost through their complete PC Engine selection. Parodius. Wow, okay. That'd be fun to play on the PC Engine. So I think, did Parodius come out for the Super Nintendo? I know I had a Famicom release. Populous. Oh, this one has screenshots on it. At least I know what's going on there. Come on, I'm trying to put all these back on. Sorry, folks. Wallaby. Morita Shogi. Oh, that's a content that's not appropriate for YouTube. Once again, please do not ban me. Ooh, a nice copy. That's a nice copy of Parodius. So, I think, didn't I see this on, oh, no, wait, oh, is this, no, it's Namco. I'm trying to remember what the PC Engine version of Kiki Kai Kai was. So I'd love to run into that, to get, like, you know, the real arcade experience. Although the one for the Super Famicom is balls hard, I'm gonna be honest. Ooh, Tiger. Oh, that'd be fun to play. Let me see how much money I have by the end of this, and I might pick up Tiger. That'd be fun. I've seen the PS1 port, but to play the original on the PC Engine, I think would be loads of fun. Here we go. Here's the CDs. Ooh, what's this arcade CD-ROM? World Heroes 2. The arcade card you see here, you needed this in your PC Engine with the CD player so that you can play this game. It's $100 extra just so you can play this game and a few others. Although you would also need that to play Sapphire. But I just want to look at all the arcade games. Garo Densetsu. Oh yeah, this is Garo Mark of the Wolves, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and look at what this is. We got Snatcher, Pilot Disc, $9. Although Snatcher is not really an expensive game in Japan. Isn't it like $400 in America? Let's see, here's Garo Mark of the Wolves 2, and that's out of place. I'll just put that back. Any other? I'm just going to beeline for the arcade games. I don't see any. So let's look at their CD-ROM games. What do they got? Nice. Avenger. Oh, at least these. Hold on, I can at least show off some of the screenshots from some of these. And a lot of these PC Engine games. Ooh, oh, a shooter. I might pick that up. Avenger. That looks cool. A lot of these games just don't have even Wikipedia pages because they're that obscure. I might put, you know, I'm feeling a bit inspired. I'll put Avenger aside. It's only $17. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but it's a shooter. So let's take a look. Ooh, there's land. Oh, hey, look at that. Let's see. Schwarz. Super freaking Darius. Wow. Jack Nicklaus. Does Jack Nicklaus have a drink named after him? Like the Armored Palmer? Deathbringer. Downward 2. And whatever this is. Okay, a bunch of Ranma games. Why not? What are we doing? Golden Axe. Ranma. Master of Monsters. $5. Okay, we're just going to go through a few more games because we're getting up to about half an hour now. So let's see, let's just do a couple Super CD-ROM games. remember, there's not only just the PC Engine CD, although if you have a Duo, you should be able to play Super CD-ROMs. But if you have, like, the attachment arcade card, there we go, that's what you need. $50 is actually a really good price. These can... I think they're slightly more expensive if you buy it in Tokyo. Choaniki. Ooh, if it was in better condition, I might buy it. This is a interesting shooting game. That's all I have to say about it. V-Danced. Okay, here's it. This is going to end us off. What can we find? The Legend of Phantasm Soldier for 20. Emerald Dragon. Exile 2. Whatever this is. And F1 Team Simulation Project. So we're going to end it here on the PC Engine games. This is a rare, no Nintendo video, but I'm not going to be done in this store yet. I'm going to move on. We'll probably go to the Famicom, Super Famicom, all the good stuff next up. But for now, I've been your man in Japan, Jay Contra, at the Kokura location of the Surugaya Specialty Store, saying thanks for watching, see you next time, and mahalo.